anime monsters, and welcome to another Let's Otaku Bout anime. It has been a while since we've done an Otaku Bout anime. Lot going on. As you can see in the title down below, we are focusing strictly on YuuYuu Hakusho today. The reason why I'm getting into this today is because I met a really wonderful group of YuuYuu Hakusho fans, a bunch of different people on Instagram. They are just so funny, they're kind, they're wonderful. They really helped me be more comfortable with my nerdy, anime, geeky, YuuYuu Hakusho obsessed side. I just want to give a quick shout out to all my YuuYuu Hakusho buddies on Instagram. This video is for you. Just a disclaimer, YuuYuu Hakusho is not my very first anime that I ever watched. My very first was actually Dragon Ball Z, and I'll get into that another day. YuuYuu Hakusho spoke to me on a more personal level. A lot of it, especially with my obsession with Hiei specifically, it's very personal reasons that I'm not going to get into too much. It spoke to me, I loved it, and I still collect to this day. The very first episode of YuuYuu Hakusho that I ever watched, I don't know what number it is. I'll put the number right here because I can't remember the number of the episode that it was, but it was Kuwabara, Botan, and Kurama searching the entire city looking for Hiei because Yusuke was kidnapped. My oldest brother Josh was the one that got me into it. He knew that I was going to be absolutely obsessed with it, so he went out of his way and grabbed a VHS and recorded it for me, then headed on over, brought it for me to watch. For those of you that don't know what YuuYuu Hakusho is, and you might be into anime and you're sitting there going, how have I not heard of this? I'm gonna ask you that same thing, how have you not heard of it? YuuYuu Hakusho is old, I'm not gonna lie. It was just, last year they celebrated the 25th anniversary. It really wasn't that popular because it was aired around the same time as Dragon Ball Z. That being said, Dragon Ball Z took that popularity. I think it was during the Frieza saga, YuuYuu Hakusho really started airing in America, whereas in Japan it was old news already in Japan. They were like, yeah, we already know it's awesome, catch up. It was really masked and shadowed over by Dragon Ball Z's success and everything, so a lot of people weren't really as into it as I was and my family was. My oldest brother and I, we appreciate YuuYuu Hakusho. So it's about a boy who is the hero of the entire series, and yet the very first episode he dies. And that's just kind of where it starts off at. And the thing that I absolutely love about it is it actually takes on real lore, mythology. I love that. I think that is so cool. It's really, really cool. I can't not say that it's really cool. I'm not gonna get too into it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who may or may not have watched the series. If you haven't watched it, I do very, very highly recommend it, especially if you are into anime at all whatsoever. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole talk part of YuuYuu Hakusho. I'm pretty sure I had more to say, but this is like my fourth time trying to record, so let's just move on. So I don't have any particular order as to how I'm gonna do this with showing my collection. It's not a very big collection. I had more stuff. Within a 5-year span, I did a lot of moving. So a couple of things have gone missing, and it really breaks my heart because it's so hard to find YuuYuu Hakusho stuff anymore. But thankfully, they were just very small things. They weren't very large or anything. Let's just start with the manga, shall we? Now, I do plan on finishing my collection with this, but this is what I have so far. I have volumes 1 through 8 of the YuuYuu Hakusho manga. The very first one that I got was number 7, and I got it because, I'm not gonna lie, I got it because of Two Shot. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, my poster. That's another thing. That was actually given to me by she's now a former friend, but she went and got that for me in California. She saw it in an anime store and got it for me. Yeah, that's in the background because, you know, YuuYuu Hakusho, my #1 favorite anime, it belongs in the background of every video I do. Not every, because of the vlogs. Yeah, I'll be out and about. Anyway, so I have another thing coming in the mail, actually. I ordered the Aizo Hakusho, which is the OVA of YuuYuu Hakusho. So I'm looking forward to that. I do have the entire complete DVD Blu-ray series. I didn't mean to just get it on Blu-ray, but I'm so glad I did. Oh, I'm so glad I did. This is so cool. It's so crisp and clear. If you can afford it, I highly recommend If you are a Yu Yu Hakusho fan, get the Blu-ray. Get the Blu-ray. Seriously, you will thank me later. Especially season 4, the final disc. Oh, it's so good. There's a commentary. I'm normally not this geeky, but there is seriously a commentary of the entire main voice cast. And what they talk about is absolutely hilarious. I die crying every time. But yeah, it's Justin Cook, Christopher Sabat, John Bergmeyer, and Chuck Huber just talking, and it's you see the character in your mind, but you hear the voice, and they're talking about weird things. The movies that I have is this one, YuuYuu Hakusho the movie. Yeah, so this is YuuYuu Hakusho the movie. I believe this is normally called the Golden Seal movie. This is my personal favorite. YuuYuu Hakusho the Poltergeist Report. Now, a lot of people don't like this movie. The normal cast does not voice the English dub. This was part of a whole conflict of who would get the YuuYuu Hakusho contract first for it to be imported into America. US Manga Corps was the first one that got to it. They got the contract. They did a horrible, shitty job. I don't care if US Manga Corps gets mad at me for saying it. You guys did a shitty job on dubbing this movie, and shame on you. Shame on you, because this is a great movie. I only strictly watch it in Japanese, with the English subtitles, of course, because I forgot a lot of my Japanese. I do highly recommend still watching this because it is still a great movie. I just hope that the real original cast can redub this movie, give it the justice that it deserves. Let's move on into something a little more unheard of. Yu Yu Hakusho did make quite a few video games. They made a PlayStation 2 game, The Dark Tournament, that I saw it years ago in a GameStop. It was like used price for like $13, and I should have got it. I should have gotten it, and I didn't, and I'm kicking myself every day for it. I should have just gotten it to have it. Now it's nowhere to be found, unless eBay. The games that I do have are for my Super Nintendo. Yes, you heard me right. I have an SNES. Thank you to my brother Joshua. Thank you also to my brother Joshua for getting me these. These are the Yu Yu Hakusho Super Nintendo cassette games. There's 4 of them, actually, I found out. I only have 3. I plan on getting the 4th one, I hope real soon, because I really want that 4th one. I want them all. If there's anything with Yu Yu Hakusho on it, I want it. I really want it. Now, this is something a little unheard of as well. This is from my friend Maria. She's also a Yu Yu Hakusho fan as well. So she had this collection of the Yu Yu Hakusho trading cards. I have this box full of them. This box is really full of them. I look at all those. Those are all cards. I don't know how in focus this is, but yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho, about time. This is definitely one of my most prized possessions because I don't think you can find these anywhere. I did actually have a Yu Yu Hakusho t-shirt a long time ago. I bought it from Hot Topic. Because it was from Hot Topic and a long time ago, it was horrible material. It was hard to wear. It bothered my skin. It was very rough. I hated wearing it. I hated wearing it. It was just horrible, and it was bright red. It was ugly. Even though it was really cool, it had Yusuke and Hiei on it. And I missed that shirt, but I ended up having to give it away because I hated it. I hated the shirt. I really did. But one thing I did save that I did get from Hot Topic years ago was my keychain. 2005, I think. 2005 is probably when I got this guy. So I'm sure you guys have seen me do a little selfie. I have too. I think I got this Hiei at Hot Topic as well years ago, I believe. I don't know. Yeah, he's been with me for a long time, which is why I can't remember where I got him. He was my first one, and then my former friend who got me that poster, she also got me this guy. I really love this guy because under his cloak, yes, I looked under his cloak, don't judge me. His little arms are folded, isn't that adorable? Sorry if the camera angle's a little off or things are moved. Oh, my camera shut off, so that was fun. So yeah, I made sure that it didn't miss anything. I showed you guys my plushies, and now I'm gonna show you my most prized possession. Little backstory on this before I show it to you guys, but my very good friend, Giovanni, he went to California with his family for a vacation. His little brother is a total anime nerd, so of course they went into an anime store while they were there. He saw this, he thought of me, and he got it for me and I could shoot him. But at the very same time, I was very, very thankful. Are you ready? I don't know how well the camera's focusing on him, if it's focusing at all. But it's Yusuke! And it's so cool! It's a full figurine of Yusuke Urameshi from YuuYuu Hakusho, the main character of the series. I love it. I mean, of course, naturally, I would love to have a Hiei figure, but the fact that I have Yusuke is just so cool. So freaking cool. I mean, he is the main character of the series. He is an awesome character at that, and plus, he's a spirit detective. He goes and hunts demons, spirits, things like that. I love Yusuke as like my number 2 favorite character there, like right next to Hiei, because Yusuke, I see a lot of me in Yusuke just because I kind of identify as a spirit detective in that weird geeky sense. And it's just because, you know, I hunt ghosts. I help people if they claim to have demon problems, even though a lot of the times it's really just noisy air conditioning. In a sense, me being a paranormal investigator, in that sense, I am a spirit detective, which is really cool. And it's really cool that I have Yusuke. I'm like, ee! And he's got poo! He's got poo! You see little poo? Oh, I totally forgot the whole point of... Okay, real quick here. I am currently wearing my Supernatural shirt, and I wore this today on purpose. I wanted to quickly talk about this because I found this totally has made my year so far. Supernatural. If you guys have been following me for a while now, you know I'm obsessed with Supernatural. I love that show to death. Almost as much as I love YuuYuu Hakusho. Almost. It was very late at night one night. Both of my daughters were asleep on my bed, right? I'm surfing through Tumblr. All of a sudden I see the screen cap of an episode of Supernatural. And there's a mural of YuuYuu Hakusho in the background. Immediately. I just went about scrolling and figuring it was Photoshop, right? I kept seeing it, and I kept seeing people freaking out over it. Especially like YuuYuu Hakusho fans are like, this is blowing my mind. Okay, I gotta look this up. People were saying it was in the latest episode at that time. I looked it up on the CW website. None of this is sponsored. None of this. I watched the episode. I saw it in the background. I took screenshots. I freaked out so hard. I was... Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. I freaked out so hard. My mind blew because me being a YuuYuu Hakusho fan and a Supernatural fan, there's no way that my 2 fandoms would ever come together. Ever. But they did! Yeah, this is just who I am. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I have many other animes that I have collections of. I could show my entire anime collection if you guys like. Just leave it in the comments down below, whatever you guys want to see from me. Always remember, yin yang is a balance, and the balance lies within yourself. I love you guys so much. Please have a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!